this week's episode of Zentuary. We left off last time with our party having successfully infiltrated to the lowest depths of Famine's dungeon below the Temple of Shantae. And it is here that they snuck the herbs of Shantae into his food, and weakened by the divine herb, they were able to vanquish the sin. And it is here we return with his body bursting into hellish flame, and his pile of ash, of just this completely black ash covering the floor, and all of his undead minions also bursting into flames from the inside out. You feel this the fiendish energy that once held itself in this dungeon dissipate. And as it does, the black rocks around start to rumble. Like the brick walls begin to rattle and shake. And you kind of feel a lurch under your feet as the dining room that you're standing in begins to rise. And you didn't notice before because the ceiling had a magical black darkness over it. But you see now that there's like a tower above you, like a just endless length above. And as the dining room ascends, it rises and rises higher and higher up this tower until it finally settles. And you realize, as you kind of look around, that there is now a doorway on one end of the dining room that leads into what looks to be just normal temple rooms again. And as you look back towards the dining room that you're in, you still see the piles of ashes as the only indicator that famine once used to inhabit here. And also sitting on the dining room table that was not there before, you see this wooden woven cornucopia that sits on the table.
Our Shantae.
That is quite the horn of plenty. Is it filled with food?
Surprisingly, as you look at it, it seems to be empty. You definitely do not remember it being there before, and nor was it there. Obviously, it wouldn't still be on the table after Famine's whole hissy fit that he threw upon ingesting the herb.
I touch it, and do I get any type of, I don't know, arcana tingly off of it? Or, one of those type of feelings?
I'll just give it to you. You immediately sense that it is divine.
Oh, nice. We could perhaps put food in it and see if it improves it. Does anyone have anything?
I have some fingers.
Well, that would work for you. I was thinking, yes, the chili, yes. Pep, could you put a handful in the cornucopia and let's see what happens?
God.
Pep just touches a little and says, see, someone appreciates the chili. Pep gives it a go.
Alright. As you put your hand inside the cornucopia to drop the chili, you feel that it seems to come into contact with something inside the cornucopia that's not just the walls of it, although looking into the cornucopia, it looks empty, but you seem to feel something with your hand.
What's this?
Roll me a 1d6.
I didn't bring it there. Yeah, and that be a 1.
Alright. You feel your hands around something kind of round and orb-like, and as you pull it out, it glistens in the dim light of the temple, and it appears to be a red apple.
Oh, ain't chili.
Yeah, is the apple now coated in the chili he had in his hand when he stuck it in?
That's true, yeah, you come back with a handful of chili and apple.
God.
It's just apple sitting in a handful of chili.
No.
Chili apple.
I believe that's what we call a dipping sauce.
Don't mind if I do. Pep takes a bite out of the chilied apple.
Oh, God.
All right. For the next 10 minutes, you will gain 1d6 hit points a turn.
Ooh, that's a good apple. Y'all want a bite?
While tempting, I do not require sustenance, though I suppose I did consume an apple quite some time ago. Let me check on something. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. So I don't normally digest food. So I guess, but I did eat that apple a long time ago when we first came in. So I guess I go over to the corner and squat, and a dry desiccated apple falls out of me.
That's true. Just apple
Okay.
mush.
So it's just like, all right. I point to Pep. I pointed it, and I say to Pep, "This is what happened to the last apple I consumed. Perhaps another would not be beneficial."
Here. Your call. Pep reaches a non-chilly hand and says, what else might be lurking inside here?
I suppose roll me another 1d6.
That's a 5.
5. Your hand feels the surface of more curved and round item, and you pull out a deep orange pepper.
Ooh. Anyone want some more pep from Pep?
I recall peppers like this being used on a one of those traveling performances. It was like orange and gray, and the woman sucked the juices out. Perhaps I could try something like that. So I'll take the pepper and split it open and just kind of suck on it, I guess.
Yeah. As you suck on it, you kind of feel this warmth permeating throughout your body. And I don't think other than that you immediately notice anything.
I believe this is what normal tasting people would consider spicy. But
as you open your mouth to speak, a 15-foot cone of fire erupts forth.
Excuse me.
Diggity.
I don't know what else to say other than excuse me.
As you find yourself aware of the fact that this is now an ability you have, though, you find that you are able to talk without it happening, just without knowing about it. You unknowingly activated it.
That was unexpected. I remember another one of those traveling minstrel shows that had someone doing that out of their other end.
Sounds like you go to some interesting shows.
I'm attempting to learn as much as I can about the world.
Well, just as a heads up to who all might particularly be of interest to this, if you reach your old grabber in there, you can feel quite a bit of different stuff inside. Don't know if that's something you might want to investigate or not. I'm enjoying this here apple.
Does anyone else wish to reach inside and pull out a random produce item?
I will try.
Thought you can. Oh, okay.
I mean, you
reach
can both go.
You still
Roll
reach.
1d6.
Okay. 2.
Right. You feel your hand close around several smaller objects, and as you pull your hand out, you come away with these kind of dark brown, dry, bean shapes.
Well, Well, just out of curiosity, Yusoa puts one in her mouth and kind of mashes it up and pretends to enjoy it.
Pretends to enjoy it. Perfect. It has this very strong, bitter aroma that immediately fills your mouth, and it's quite grainy. But you feel this burst of energy within you, and you find as you take a step forward that you feel like the will to take every step twice, and your movement speed doubles for the next 10 minutes.
Wow. How many beans do I have after the one?
You pull out 3.
Oh, okay.
I will just say now as a DM note, you cannot stack effects from, like,
Yeah.
any of the items, as well as, like, if you do different items, you cannot stack effects.
Okay. Cool.
And you have 2 more of those.
Awesome.
And Cassius, you said you wanted to try to reach in and pull something out?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
3. All different things. You feel your hand close around kind of a delicate, floppier item, and you pull out a leaf of spinach.
Okay. Fuck it. I'll just put the whole leaf in my mouth.
You
say
put it in your
her
mouth and
name.
begin to chew, and you feel your muscles, especially the muscles in your arms, grow, and you get advantage on all strength rolls for the next 10 minutes.
Oh my god. Alright. That's great,
You also
actually.
feel the need to smoke a pipe, go sailing, and find some wife named Olive Oil.
Oh my god.
Yes, like that traveling play. What was it? Father Optical?
Oh my god. Alright. Well, you each have been granted an effect for the next 10 minutes. Pep, I'm assuming you quickly regain all your hit points. You still
Yeah,
feels
still
like
got a little
she
bit of
can
apple
roll.
left if anyone wants to try some chili apple.
Uh,
Got a couple bites.
While I do need to heal, I believe it would be in our best interest to get out of this place and then perhaps partake in our hero's feast.
Yeah, shoot yourself.
I am quite hurt after our last encounter. If I were to put it in a percentage of life, I would be at 2%.
That's still better than 1.
Well, that is how many hit points I have.
I don't understand this points a hit, Ram, but I get your drift.
Hence why I use the percentages.
Let's go.
Yes,
Alright, the only other thing... I'm assuming y'all decide to take the cornucopia with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
Alright, perfect. The only other thing that remains is the piles of ash from Famine and his undead minions.
Should we take some of this with us? Perhaps a small amount in Yusoa's bra?
I want to take this here cornucopia with us.
I mean, not enough to, like, fill it up. I don't want to completely pack your ash hole.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can we not take the whole cornucopia?
Yeah, we can take the cornucopia. She was saying about the ash on the ground.
Oh. Sure. Yusoa grabs a handful of ash and stuffs it into her bra, I guess.
Alright, there's loose ash of, I'm assuming, the famine pile.
Yes. Famines
Some
ash.
loose famine ash in your bra of holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess
I like this.
instead of just like dropping it in there, she's gonna like rip a little piece of fabric off of her cloak from the bottom near her feet and kind of tie it up with some twine in the bag.
I see. Make a little.
Yeah, that
fabric
might be a
pouch
little
for
better.
you.
Yeah.
That's probably a good choice.
All right. Let me just make a note.
All right. You do that.
Nice.
All right. Now that you've wiped up some of Famine's ash, we should perhaps make our way out.
All right. Assuming you guys take the only door now available to you.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. As you exit that door, you find that the room you are in is rather familiar, and you recognize it to be the sort of lounge-like room from before in the Temple of Shantae. Let me see if I can pull up the notes of this again. Yes. With the... This had, like, the note that had been, like, had ink spilled upon it where you could only make out a few words. As well as plush couches that have now been, like, torn up and strewn around in bowls of shattered, like, wood on the ground. But you've been in this room before.
Yes, I believe from here we know our way. Again, I need to be cautious as we move forward. I'm happy to travel until we can rest again, but it takes a day to recharge the Wand of Shantae, so where we can have another feast.
Alright, what do you guys choose to do then?
Can't you make that hidey hole thingamajigger that we can hide out in to be safe, just in case?
Yes, I can. It will last 8 hours. But how long has it been since our last long rest? It hasn't... I don't think it's only been but a couple hours.
Yeah, because you guys had a long rest after that one fiend fight and before you fought the Bone Devil and Famine.
Yeah, exactly. So it hasn't been that long.
No.
So we could...
Could take a short rest.
Yeah. Could. Perhaps that would be best. I will roll some hit dice and see if I can recover that way. So give me 20 minutes to meditate.
You guys are in a lounge, albeit a very beaten up lounge, but there's still enough of remnants of the plush couches to maybe sit and rest for a bit.
Right.
Oh,
I rolled
sit down.
and recover 38 hit points. So that
Well, there
takes
you
me
go.
to 70%. So, alright. I am good to travel.
Alright, everyone else, go ahead and take the benefits of a short rest.
Alright.
Alright. Do you guys just want to go straight back outside from whence you came?
I don't see why not.
I just wanted to check. Does anyone want to double check rooms or anything like that? Just wanted to check before I just hand wave it.
There was only that one weird room that, we didn't really check out. The one with the big cavern. It's up to you guys. I'm happy to make our move towards death.
Hmm.
Bum, bum, bum.
Might as well check some rooms while we're here, though.
I'm okay.
So
with
you
that.
would like to go check out that room, the weird one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, funnily enough, as you think about it, you recall that weird cavernous room was the room that was connected to the lounge previously. And you find that where the dining room has risen back into place is where that cavern was.
There you go. All right, so I think we know the answer to that. I don't know any other rooms to check out.
Okay. Well, guess we're good to go then.
All right, sounds good. I'll just hand wave it. You guys are able to work your way back through the temple. And while the actions of Famine and his goons are still present in the destruction and the dead that still riddle the halls of the temple, you feel this kind of weight of peace on your shoulders, because you know and feel in your heart that no longer does a fiend have power over this place, and you can almost feel the religious presence of Shantae creeping back in. As you make your way through and exit, and you find yourself once again climbing the dirt stairs up out of the temple, and are hit with the afternoon sunlight as you come out. You see all the green hills around you.
Everything seems to be springing back to life now.
Slightly. The effects of famine seem to need to have time to recover, but already it seems that, like, at least the grass, which is quite minimal, and at least the grass in the immediate vicinity around Shantae's temple has begun to green again.
Who here has the greatest religious connection?
Well,
Would that be you?
I might
Yep.
step forward.
Pep, could you see if you could perhaps give a prayer to Shantae and see if the spreading of her herb across these lands will help it heal quicker?
I'm not too familiar with Shantae, but I suppose I can give it a go. Pep just starts praying to Shantae. Oh,
Alright.
oh, great cornucopier. Will this help?
Roll me religion with advantage.
Ironically, oh, with advantage. Okay, well, that's good. I had advantage. That's a dirty 21.
Yeah. You almost hear, like, birdsong in your ear. And it almost seems that the grass around you becomes even more verdant.
I was
Where you
thinking.
kneel to pray almost creates a circle of green grass.
Excellent. Well, between Pep and perhaps, does anyone still have some of that herb of Shantae with them?
I believe everyone at least had a sprig.
Yeah, we did split it up.
Might I suggest we give it to the unseen servant? I could have him move around us as we travel, distributing the herb to the land, perhaps assisting it in its recovery.
That sounds like
Good
a good
idea.
idea.
I give over my piece of the herb.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast Unseen Servant and give it the command to basically walk at the farthest distance from us as we travel to spread the herb to hopefully help the land recover.
I'll say this works, especially with the religion check. It almost feels as you walk, you're creating a path of green grass.
Excellent.
I'm assuming you guys make your way, probably east? Because I believe the town of Wolf Gulch, what was that called, Wolf Gulch? From before, was about southeast from where you currently are from the temple. So
Yes.
either you hit that or you can choose to avoid that town again.
Well, we could pass through it, though the question is, do we want to go to that town immediately across from the Island of Death? It is due to the east of us, so we could simply follow the rising sun.
Well, what's the consensus of the party?
Are there
Seems
any
like a
other
good idea to me?
interesting points on the map?
Not particularly. There is a town kind of south by southeast from us that is surrounded by a wooded area. We have not been there. That would be the other option. It is somewhat close to the Island of Death, though there's still forest between it and the harbor.
Maybe we should stop there on the way.
We can go instead of the one to the due east. We haven't been to that one either.
Oh, let's the one straight to the east seems fine. We don't have to go
Okay,
to every
'cause-
town.
Yeah, there's two. There's the one that's basically in the middle of plains and one that's in forest, and that's it. Like, kind of on our way towards death.
Gotcha.
I think we should go due east.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be easier on Pep's knees.
Yeah. Thank you,
Well,
kind of, for
funnily
taking that
enough,
consideration.
as you are outside and in nature once again, you feel almost light on your feet, and your movement speed increases by 10 feet.
Oh, hot diggity! Got a spring in my step.
Fascinating.
So due east from the temple.
Yeah, basically just going straight from F to the little white marker.
You got it. All right, you all begin your trek eastward. And
Excellent.
I don't know, it's fairly uneventful. You can kind of look out and you see some familiar sights from your trek to Wolf's Hold and the temple from before. And yes, once again, while the famine and his presence has been lifted from the area, the effects of his damage cannot so easily be undone. And while your herbs of Shantae that you've distributed have helped in the immediate area, obviously they can only reach and so far, and they are only so in such high a quantity. So the area is still looking a little dreary, but almost with a sign of hope on the horizon as you continue your walk eastward and further than what you have previously seen on your trek south from the Castle of Cultists. And let's say after like a couple hours of traversing, you see ahead of you, also heading east, a wagon.
No.
But not like, it's not a familiar wagon. This one
Oh,
is
not-
much more humble, and it has an open back. Like, you can,
Is
it's
it
kind of
being-
like a cart.
Being towed by a donkey.
You can't tell from this angle, you can just see the straight on from the back of it.
All right. Well, let us approach.
Alright. You guys are able to catch up with it. It's moving quite steadily. But it is also a very laden wagon, so you're able to gain ground on it fairly simply. So let's say in like about 10 minutes you're kind of upon it. And getting closer, you see that what is laden in the back of this wagon are crates and barrels. And from the open crates and barrels that you can see, it appears to be raw ore and coal that's being transported.
Fascinating. Can we see the driver?
As you kind of flank the wagon to try and get a hold of the front, you look up to the driver's seat but see no one perched there. Instead, your eye falls to where you would have expected a herd beast or a horse to be pulling such a wagon. Instead, there is a man who is positioned in between the two shafts of the wagon, the harness meant for a pack animal instead wrapped around his torso. And he kind of looks back at you, a hat askew on his head and a piece of hearty wheat in between his teeth as he kind of looks at you, continuing to pull the wagon himself, and he just kind of gives a dip of his head. Afternoon.
there. It is unusual to see someone pulling as you are.
Oh, yeah, well, famine killed all the animals, you know. But, wagons gotta move. So, you know, why not old John?
That is logical.
Well, where are you folks heading?
There's a town up ahead. We are going there.
Yeah. Number of small towns up ahead. You gotta warn you though, you thought famine was bad. I believe, death is situated over there's a ways. I don't know if yous, wanna head that direction. I hear they're in quite dire straits. Where exactly you heading?
Towards said straits. They are attractive to us.
Well, the adventuring type, are you? Well, whatever suits you. Not from old John, though. Just trying to trade for some food. See if they've got anything that we haven't. Figured all I can offer them is, basic essentials. Or for armor, maybe some weapons. And, coal to keep the fires warm. I hear death is mighty cold.
Also is logical. Perhaps near the end of the day, if you allow us to travel with you, strength in numbers and all, we could all partake in a feast together.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You can ride in the wagon if you wants to. Don't mind the extra bit of weight. You look like a light bunch. I only request, though, I gotta take a break once it gets dark. Man can't pull a wagon for, all through the day and night, if you know what I'm saying. If y'all would, mind watching and keeping watch over the night while I take a rest, and you're free to sleep in the wagon during the day, travel with me, works either way for me.
Actually, we could gladly take care of you and your wagon in the night. Will not be a problem, and no one needs watch it.
Oh, well, that's mighty kind of you. Mighty kind. It's often rare to find such kind strangers in such dire times. Most everyone's like, oh, give me that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I'm gonna chop your head off and slit your throat and call you awful, awful things that even your ancestors will hear if you don't give me that right now. You know, hearing oh, we can do that, no problem. Just mighty fine to hear. I appreciate it.
You have experienced much sadness. It is
Well,
heartbreaking.
everyone has, I feel. I ain't special. Just living life. Yeah, I hears that. I mean, there's several villages down that way. But what's your end goal? I don't think they have much if you're aiming to sell or barter, and I have a feeling most people are in too rough a position to be paying for some quests or some little bit of dirty work.
No, we follow a higher creed. Perhaps you have seen that minstrel show of the man spider. He taught us that action is the greatest reward.
Don't know if I ever saw that one, but to be fair, don't really has much time for those wandering shows. Even though they got them funny little outfits.
Yes, I find great humor in them.
Yes, but you must forgive me though. I'm a humble man and with very little brain. You say a higher creed. What exactly does that mean?
Certain lessons, ways to live one's life. Perhaps you understand, like, your size, your power, what you are able to achieve by pulling this cart alone. With that comes great responsibility.
Now that's making sense.
Did you perhaps have an uncle get killed in front of you?
Uncle? Nah, my father though.
There
I
you
got
go.
to traveling on the road one summer. It was a real mighty fine, nice trip to the coast. Wash up on the beach. Unfortunately, he didn't listen to my mom about the river water on the way home. Shot himself to death. God bless him.
Yes, I remember the story of a Mr. Smith who also had that happen to him. He was on his way to a great promised land.
That was mighty unfortunate.
It is. Anyway, should we fast forward and walk with him for a while, basically until nightfall, when he stops, and then we'll cast Liamon's tiny hut and protect everyone for a nice long rest?
Yep, that sounds good.
Awesome. So let's do that, and then in the morning, when everyone wakes up, we'll use the Feast of Shantae, and everyone gets fully rejuvenated, and there's a roll I have to make for that. Let me bring up the page really quick. I reset my computer, so I have to reload it. 2d10 is what I need to roll. 7, 8, 9. So everyone gains an additional, in addition to being full health, you get 9 bonus hit points on top of your full health.
Wow. Sweet.
And also as a reminder to everyone, after we're done eating, let's see, you are immune to poison and being frightened, and wisdom saving throws are made with advantage for the next 24 hours.
All right, hell yeah.
My body must have missed sleeping with, friends instead of enemies. I feel mighty refreshed this morning.
I'm sure you do.
But time waits for no one. He harnesses
Exactly.
himself back up to the wagon and begins to pull again.
Awesome.
And in just a
So-
few hours... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, please. In a few hours?
Well, just a few hours, I'll probably start heading north. Don't want to get too far east, I hear that's the only way to reach death at this point. Further east you go, more power death has.
Then we shall part ways with you at that point. We shall continue.
No shitting. You going for death?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it. You's mighty fine, peoples. Wouldn't want to see you suffering a fate of undeath or death or, forever in purgatory or whatever happens to those who defy him. I know that right should be reserved for the worst people on this earth, not you people.
Do you have any information about that? Like, how to find him? Or...
Well, they don't exactly spread brochures or idle gossip towards lowly farms in the famine region, but all I hear is that the further east you go, the closer you get to Death's Islet. I heard you kind of got bored of the mainland pretty quickly and just kind of made his own fortress of solitude, little off the coast. And I hear the only way you can get there is through Eastnock. Little fishing town, quiet. Mighty fine before everything went down. But all I hear is whispers of a terrible fate worse than death. Those who dare try to go further than, say I'm going to Ridgemont. It's a little east and then north. Further than that, you really ought to have a death wish. You wishing to see death.
Okay.
That's all I got for you. Sorry.
I do have said death wish. So.
Well, that's unfortunate. Hope you can reconsider. Think about the nice things in life, even with things as tough as they is. Like the bird song. You know, music, food, friends, family, loved ones. You know, all those things, even in the worst times, they're still there. You
They
just
are.
gotta remember them.
Yes, my memory is quite full of many horrible things, but those are nice things to recall.
Yeah, I hope you focus on them and change your mind. And yeah,
No.
after a couple more hours, he gets to a very pointed fork in the road, and he's like, "Well, this is where I start heading north. Y'all really wish to go meet death? Keep going straight on. You'll hit East Knock. Can't miss it.
All right.
Well, stay safe, and don't forget to love each other, be kind to each other, and be kind to any people you meet. They might be going through some horrible, horrible things." And with those final words, he'll continue his journey north.
His journey.
His journey.
I like
And-
that feller. He talk good.
Yeah, sounds like one of your type of people.
Isn't very heart and happy.
Alright, I'm assuming you guys continue to head due east.
Yes.
Alright. You do so. And as you do, the further you go east, the more you feel this crushing presence. As just, you can't even place it. It seems to be just this feeling of endless dread and nothingness. You, Soa, you especially feel it hard, as this is a feeling that is familiar to you.
Something here reminds me of
You.
being dead. Back when I died the first time.
It is all the worst feelings of death. Other than, I guess, the, complete awful pain of dying. Or, the numbing heavy sensation of purgatory. Of limbo, I should say.
You guys feel it too?
I am
Yes,
unsure what I
and I
am
do.
feeling. It is unlike anything I have ever previously experienced.
Alright. Eventually, after walking further, a fog begins to roll in as you approach, and you can almost hear the distant lapping of ocean waves. But aside from that, the air is completely still and silent as you continue your trek east and the sky becomes gloomy and clouded. And as you approach, you do eventually come upon a wooden hanging sign that is simple and plain, it seemingly to match the state of the town, and it reads East Knock. And beyond the sign, you see this pathway that kind of dips down this hill before it hits, what you would imagine a portside fishing town to be. You've got wooden docks that help provide further structure on the coastal area and suspended houses. But where you would normally expect to find fishermen working and wives mending nets and children running and playing, It is eerily still and quiet. But you almost hear a whisper of that kind of activity, like a shadow that still haunts the area.
I say we go down there. No sense in knocking it till we tried it.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys begin to descend further and lower towards sea level where these docks begin. And who's leading?
You
I'll
probably
be-
use Soa.
I'll be in the lead.
All right. You, Soa, as you kind of take a step down, you see some sort of movement in the fog, but it almost seems to blend in and out of it. But it almost appears to be some sort of figure.
I think I see something up ahead. Maybe a person. Should we call out?
I say why not?
You there, stumbling around in the fog. What's your business?
You get no response back, but the figure seems to grow larger and closer until you're able to make out as it kind of distinguishes itself from the fog, but still fading in and out. What appears to be a fisherman, his eyes downcast as he hauls just one measly fish over his back, but he doesn't feel to be present. And in fact, as he kind of walks in your direction, you see that he himself is transparent, and he fades in and out of the fog as if he is part of it. But he seems to not acknowledge or make any sort of hint of recognition at people being before him as he just walks towards you.
I kind of like wave my hands in front of him and say, "Hello, can you see me?"
You get no response. However, as he approaches even further, do you allow him to walk through you at all, or, make contact with you?
I'm gonna say no. I kind of move out of the way.
Alright. You sidestep him, and he continues to walk up, and then he makes a right and pauses at the doorway of one of the houses until he kind of fades and dissipates back into the fog.
These are shades, shadows of those who once lived here. There is no life around us.
Well, let's not give up. Maybe there are some living.
I have no intent of giving up, but I believe that our goal here should not be to linger, but to move onward. We should make our way to the island to the southeast. I believe we can use one of the boats available at these docks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm assuming you continue further into the fishing town of East Knock.
Yes. Let's make our way to the docks.
You do so, and as you do, you see more movement of these shades through the fog. You see the shades of children running and laughing, but their voices almost seem to blend in with the sounds of the ocean breeze. But you can almost hear it in your minds as you watch their mouths move. But you yourself cannot seem to place a sound with it as they run past, laughing and playing. Additionally, you see a group of women mending nets together and talking, but once again, their voices fall on deaf ears. and a duo of fishermen haul a large crate of fish between them as they kind of walk and traverse the docks. And none of these shades seem to acknowledge you. However, as you yourself reach the docks, you have found that you see where once ships were like docked and harbored here, they are now reduced to large splinters, as if some sort of giant wave took out most of these small wooden boats.
Most, but not all? Like,
As far as
do
you
we
can
find-
see.
Okay, crap. Alright.
You have now reached the complete dock end of the town, and so you're as far east as you can go, but the town continues a little south and a little further north.
Do I notice like any smoke in the air from a fire or anything?
Ooh, that's a good question. Roll perception to try and make out like maybe a smoke fire, like a fire smoke above the fog.
14.
Yeah. I'll say you kind of look around to see any sort of semblance of something that seems to not be fog or a shade. And you kind of look up, and just barely against the dreary sky, you take note. You're like, look, there, that chimney over there, that's like a little north and like kind of deep among like the buildings. That seems to be like a fire burning from that chimney.
Okay, I point it out and I say, let's go there.
Agreed.
Alright. I'm gonna say y'all make your way through fairly easily. I'm assuming you're continuing to avoid making contact with the shades.
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright.
I shall deftly dodge their deceased forms.
Alright. As you make your way to where you saw the smoke, you kind of continue northward down the dock and then make a left back into where the buildings of the town are. And you find that this area seems to be more like market. You see like what used to be fish stalls, where once again you see the undead tending them, and they call out as if to bark their prices, but no sound reaches your ears. And you kind of walk down it a bit before you turn and see that where the smoke is coming out of the chimney is the tavern.
Interesting. An active tavern in a place like this.
Yes. Should we go in?
Well, it's the only sign of life that we can see, so I'd say we should, yeah.
Yes, we most definitely should.
Alright. You all open the door of the tavern, assuming walk in. And you are met with probably the most sad and gloomy tavern you've seen, but it's still. You glance over to the left side and notice the hearth where a very small fire burns. And then the bar itself is fairly empty and derived of anything. It seems that all of the alcohol might have been taken and drinking long ago. But you do distinctly, obviously your eyes are drawn to the center of the tavern where the tables are. You see a shade sits at one of the tables, a transparent glass in its hand as he continues to drink, even in the afterlife. But sitting across from him appears to be a completely normal, solid man. His beard gray, his eyebrows furrowed as he stares across the table at the shade before him. And he himself is sipping on a bottle of what can only be some good old-fashioned rum, staring at the shade in front of him.
Yusoa, you may be more familiar to them. You may wish to greet them, perchance?
I'm not the most charismatic.
Sorry if I
Just
wasn't
merely
clear. One
thinking.
is a shade, but the one sitting across from him sipping on the bottle of rum is alive.
Right.
Yes, but he's used to seeing death, so that's why I thought
Oh,
Yusoa. But yeah, Pep, you're aged and close to death, supposedly. Maybe you should talk to him.
Hey, I resemble that remark. All righty. Pep saddles up and says, "Howdy, fellas. How's it going?"
He, at least the grizzled fisherman kind of looks up at you, and his gaze is not of malice or even hostility, but just you can feel the deepest, darkest twinge of pity. And he kind of looks and is just like, well, I suppose could be worse, could be better.
Well, I reckon that's a pretty much accurate statement for most days in life.
But I think it would be even better if you all turned and headed back where you came from.
Oh, shucks. Why would you say something like that?
Because I know the only people who dare travel this far, they're traveling to go even further. And to go that way is to completely lose your grasp on mortality itself. You'll never know it ever again. I've seen too
Well,
many come that way and never return.
I reckon
pity
that
the
ain't
fools
so
who
bad.
travel in those footsteps.
Oh, shucks. Don't be such a pity or party like that. Ain't so bad to lose yourself every now and then. How else would you find yourself if you don't get lost first?
I find your optimism ignorant and taxing. So please, I ask you, go back west. Back from where you came from, or even better, if any way possible, try to escape Laventia. But just don't go further east.
We have no desire to go back. Only forwards. Do you know where a boat might be that is functional?
He takes another long sip from his bottle, kind of stares back at the shade once more before fully turning his body towards you guys. Yes, but I would never forgive myself if I sent more people to die.
What if we told you we wouldn't use the boat? We promised.
Oh my god.
We just want to see one again,
Oh my
to
god.
believe it's real.
We are boat enthusiasts. We love them.
So roll me deception.
Let's see. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Well, I guess he believes it. Even though under any other circumstance he would not.
Wow.
He kind of just breathes in, gives you guys a skeptical look. Y'all are, mighty decked out boat enthusiasts.
Oh yeah, I love them. With the sails and the rope, it's really cool.
We find that best to
I
stay
even
alive
have-
so we can see more boats.
Want to see
Well-
my magic rudder?
I guess I'll take you to see Bosif. Although I can't guarantee that you won't automatically assume that you're all shades yourselves and continue to live his little hermit life. But doesn't hurt to try to take you to him.
Yes, please lead the way to Bosif.
He kind of gives one last swig of his bottle before leaving it on the table and kind of leaving from the tavern, a light limp in his gait. But he exits and kind of goes back towards the docks and continues more northward. Until he reaches the end of the docks, where a slightly larger home than you've seen previously in the town sits. And the fisherman just kind of looks at you. Well, we can certainly try, but ever since death came in and took pretty much everyone, Bosith, used to be our harbor master, just kind of locked himself away. I mean, I still see him every once in a while because he knows I'm me, but he might be sick of helping people to their deaths too, but if you guys really just want to see the boat, then I suppose maybe. He's got his own special one locked away. You see he's got dock access. And he kind of points and you see that attached to his house seems to be a section in the water where a gate closes off like a covered section. Kind of like a boat garage, I suppose. That has its own access to the ocean. So, I guess our best bet is asking if you can get down into his boat. Well, we can ask. He kind of goes up to the front door of the house and gives a knock. Oh, Sif, it's Sully. You know, we got some people trying to see a boat for the last time or something like that. It's an odd request, but I say we might as well treat them to it. And you hear a lot of nothing from the other side of the door for a while. Until you hear kind of shuffling noise and the turning and moving of furniture and locks. And eventually, the door opens. And one sec. Yes. And a little, a head low to the ground than you might expect, kind of pokes its way through the opening of the door. Boat enthusiasts, this far east, don't they know anything? Don't they know that East Knock's out of commission? Anything like that?
No.
They don't get no boats no more? Well, I said that you got your boat, Bosif. I suppose if you don't want to let them see it, you don't have to. Well, are you sure they're, not shades or undead, I suppose? Well, I guess I could check again. And Sully, the fisherman, kind of looks back at you, but as he kind of turns around to look at you, he stops and seems to stare behind you guys. Oh. Well, now them's a new sight.
I turn and look where he's
Yeah,
looking.
I'm gonna turn around.
You see, instead of the usual, figures that are transparent, and appear to be going about their daily life, you see a trio of cloaked figures kind of standing and staring back. And they don't seem to disappear in and out of the fog, they seem completely solid. But they stare back at you. Each of them, wielding a small scythe.
Oh, fuck that.
What do you want?
As you all acknowledge them, one of them suddenly lunges forward and tries to slash at one of you. I'll just roll to see who that is. Slash a pet. I believe
I have-
that's a 19 to hit. I don't know if that hits.
Can I cast
Pass the
something?
defense.
Oh, never mind. What did I say?
Alright, so Pep defends, and as you are now face to face with it, you're able to see more precisely what it looks like beneath its cloak. And I think maybe we should roll initiative, or I suppose Tor, if you had an idea for a turn, go for it.
Pep's got a reaction as well.
That's true.
I do have
an action he wants to do.
I mean, I guess I could ask the party really quick. How extreme of a threat should we take these guys to be?
Well, maybe let Pep go first and we'll see.
Okay, go ahead. You do your thing. I'll let you react.
Pep lifts his ladle, his whole little ladle, and says, "Now go on, get!" And as you see it start to glow, and they all have to take a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, okay. Wisdom. Alright. One definitely fails. The other gets a 14. And the last one gets a 7.
All right. So as Pep's ladle glows, are they fiends or undead?
They are undead, yes.
Yeah. So, for the next minute, they have to run away from us as far as they can.
Alright. Does this count as being frightened, or is it something different?
It's turn the unholy. So, every fiend or undead that can see or hear within 30 feet, so all of them right there, if they fail the saving throw, then for the next minute, they have to spend all their turns trying to move as far away from us as they can.
Okay. And then...
Oh, wow. It's divine. It's not magical. Dang.
that definitely happens.
If it can use a dash action or try to escape, it needs to do it. You can
Alright,
only use
yeah,
dash and
they-
fight.
Immediately all turn tail and run. And kind of disappear
What?
back
Oh.
into the fog.
Huh.
Now, anyway,
Bosif seeing this from behind the door just goes, "Good God, go get in here, I guess. If you're an enemy of them, we gotta keep you safe, I suppose." And he kind of frantically undoes the last of his fortification and throws the door open and is like, quick, before they get back!
thank you kind of, sir. I guess Peps is kind of leading the way with his glowing ladle.
I suppose so.
It is his holy symbol, after all.
His holy symbol of ladle.
Hospitality.
Alright, I assume everyone files into the home of Bosif.
Yep.
As we get in, Pep says, "Yeah, you don't got some very friendly neighbors. I see why you drink in the tavern by yourself."
I've never seen those before. They weren't like the others. They're not friends or family or loved ones from before. They seem truly gone.
Yeah. I probably just need a good meal.
Maybe.
As Pep says that, he says, "Speaking of which, would you like some chili?"
A good fisherman never turns down good chili.
Oh, and Pep just eyeballs the group and says, "See, chili's good."
You might want to ask where that chili's been.
Oh, we don't. Don't listen to them that don't even eat it.
Upon entering the threshold, you see now that Bosif is in fact a dwarf, and he stands squatly before you. kind of wiggling his nose as his long mustache and beard trail downwards, rather unkempt. And just kind of peers up at y'all. Well, boat's back this way if you really want to see it.
Yes, please. Lead us to your vessel.
And you see as you walk through his home that, it's all been fortified and barricaded as best as he possibly could. The windows are all boarded up, and he's got quite the stock of tinned and dried food that he kind of keeps around, and all of his furniture has been pushed to the walls and the doors to keep everything out. But he leads you deeper into his house and then makes a right, where a door kind of leads back east. And he takes a key from a keyring around his waist, and clicks it into the lock of the door and turns the handle and pushes it inward. And you hear the lapping of waves as he kind of grabs a torch or a lantern from the wall and flicks it on, and dim light kind of illuminates the space. And you see you're in quite the large covered area with the kind of two-door wooden gate at the far end that opens out into the ocean, and water laps at the side of the platform which you are now currently standing on. And a decent-sized fishing sailboat, as big as can fit in the area, is docked here. And it's in rather good shape. Evidently, with all of his newfound free time, Bosif has taken to tending to the ship and polishing it and making sure it's as fit as possible. Just as beautiful as the day I bought her.
Wow, she's really something.
Oh, yes, you want to see the rigging? Ooh, and the sail, I just got it in, from a very discreet trade. I had Sully go and intercept it for me, but, the sail, it's top of the line, you gotta see it. Especially if you're enthusiasts about that kind of thing, and, the poop deck, I just re-lacquered it. Oh, it's so nice, you gotta see. And he, kind of grabs a plank of wood from the, leaning against the wall, and sets it down so that it overlaps into the deck of the ship. Well, come on, come see it, come see. He seems like a completely different person now that he's with his beloved ship.
I would be honored to see. And Yusoa goes aboard.
Alright, who else goes aboard?
I follow, yeah.
Yeah.
Asian? Same.
Alright. Y'all all climb aboard, and Bosif begins to eagerly point out all of his nice things and newly done features of the boat and how he's been keeping it in such good shape and everything. And he's like, oh, and look at this stern. I mean, you can really do a number with this stern here.
Oh, yeah.
Is the other guy still with us?
He's watching from the platform. He kind of just is leaning up against the wall, arms crossed over, like he hasn't heard this a million times.
Can I do an insight check on this guy? I'm just kind of curious.
On which one, Sully or Bosif?
Bosif.
Alright.
It's a 19.
You find that he is just very enthusiastic about boats. You don't seem to sense any deception in him. He just seems like a very guarded, a little crazy individual, having lived like this for a while.
Okay. Excellent. Well, we check out the entire boat with him and then say, wow, it would be excellent to take this out on the water. It seems like such a waste to keep it indoors. Would you be amenable to a trip?
He kind of pauses for a moment and thinks, well, I would love to take you up on that offer, but, you see, out that way is, you know, the thing, we'd rather not encounter. Kind of hard to go for
Yes.
much of a pleasure cruise.
I'm aware, but I believe that the rewards outweigh the risks in this situation. We should take this out and get one last bit of enjoyment before the inevitable takes us all.
Roll persuasion.
I am not the one to try to persuade. That would be a 3.
Hell nah.
Yeah, he kind of keeps himself a little guard. He's like, well, she's the one thing I live for anymore. If anything were to happen to her out on the water, I would just end it right now. I'll be honest. I'll swim over the islet and just let death have me.
Pep comes up and just pats him on the shoulder and said, don't you worry none. We can take care of that. Keep y'all safe. Keep her safe. You trust us.
I guess you also
Yeah.
roll me persuasion. I'm assuming you're trying to curve what
Yeah.
Tor did.
Yeah, try to fix some mistakes. Not the greatest roll, but that'd be a 23.
Yeah. He finds very reassured by you. He senses some familiarity with your mannerisms and the way you hold yourself.
Just kind of whispers to Torque, maybe let me do the talking.
Yes, well, I did not expect to end up in such a situation.
Well, you run your mouth, you have consequences. Alright. He kind of nods a bit and is like, oh, you are seasoned adventurers to make it this far. Alright. Well, take her on just a short little jaunt. Not very far from the docks, and then you'll get to you'll really get to appreciate her. Well, I'll be honest, since working on her, I haven't had a time to take her out myself. Too worried about what might happen.
I'm curious. What I would really like to know, does she have like a lifeboat, emergency boat? A smaller boat inside a boat. I really like those.
No, she too small a gal for that. A lifeboat wouldn't be much bigger, wouldn't be much smaller than she already is.
Shoot.
But, we're free to take her on the water. Just give me one sec, I gotta get the gate open and get everything set up to send her out. And he'll kind of go back across the plank and kind of walk along the platform leading east towards the gate where there's a rope. And he begins to untie it and kind of pull it to open the gates to let open the boat to the ocean. And after he does that, he kind of walks back down the platform and takes the rope knot that is currently holstering her to the docks within here and kind of slips it off the post. And starts to walk back up the plank onto the ship.
Wait, Bosif. I think I forgot my hat up there at the house. Would you mind going and grabbing it really quick?
You kidding me?
Oh, well, Sully can grab it if you want. If you think you really need it for the pleasure jaunt. Yeah, Sully's close to the door, and my knees aren't what they used to be. Sully, could you go grab this fine maiden's hat? And Sully will kind of glance
Sully,
over skeptically, but go back through into the house to look for Yuso's hat.
Damn. Nice one.
And Bosif continues to get into the boat.
Do you?
All right.
I guess. Do you guys want to really get him off the boat? We can get him off the boat.
No,
Well,
it would
I don't
actually
think we
really
know how
bad
to
if we
sail
took his
it.
boat.
Yeah.
We should probably just see if we can make him get us like as close to the island as possible, and then jump out or something.
Well, how does the water look? Cause like, if it's like the water that was it with oh god, I can't remember now. Wasn't there a time when we were fighting on water and there was like something in the water, like almost like souls, or am I tripping?
No, there was a place. It was when we were going up to the far north. There was something in the water we just kept like avoiding.
Mhm.
Before that, the only other water real thing we had was when we fought. Was it Pestilence? And
Pestilence.
yeah, that was our first big boss battle.
Mhm. Yeah, I wanna. Since we're gonna be coming across death, I don't know if like jumping in water is like the best idea.
Well, maybe we can find some other flotation device.
I believe we'll be okay.
Well,
Because this boat's not very big, right?
it's like the smallest a sailboat could possibly be.
But it's made of wood. It's not like fiberglass or anything like that. It's just wood.
No, it's wood.
Okay, so it's probably
Yeah,
like
fiberglass definitely.
I'm just saying. So it's probably pretty light. It's only probably like 1,000 pounds or something, right?
Sure.
Okay, perfect, guys. We're fine. Trust me, I have a plan.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you should have said more than 1,000.
All right. Well, he gets back on the boat and he takes the plank and kind of lifts it up, puts it in the boat, and he kind of gets up to the wheel or the. I guess it'd probably be like just like a steering mechanism. He gets to the steering mechanism. He's like, "Oh, I'll bet she's really smooth on the water. Just you wait and you'll ease on out of the garage, I suppose, as fast as a sailboat can be." Oh, what about your hat? I totally forgot. I got so excited.
Oh, actually, I think I found it. Yeah, it's right here.
Oh.
My bad. Very
Oh,
sorry.
that's silly. I hope
Yeah.
Sully's not looking too hard for it.
Yeah, it's this sun hat. That's all. Thanks.
Nice one.
All right. Well, he takes the boat out, and yeah, for a while it seems pretty normal water, although it's rather foggy and dreary outside. But kind of takes you around his leg, and then as he's kind of driving around, he's like, "Oh, see how she handled that turn, and oh, see how smooth she is, and how little she rocks. Oh, what a beaut."
Oh yeah, really, really great.
I hope it's everything you guys dreamed of.
100%.
Oh,
Tell ya
perfect.
what.
I'm so glad.
How far out to sea do you think you can take her? Like,
Oh, well, we'll know once we get too close to death. You see, everything pretty much dies, even the movement of the ocean. You'll see. I'll take you at least as far as that, and I'll show you what I mean, and the reason why we don't go further than that. So yeah, he continues with his little, poor cruise of mostly, his boat's, features and how nice it moves. Let's see. Yes. And eventually, yeah, as you're sailing out, you do see the shadow of the islet ahead of you. And it's just like a dark mass. And the fog seems to be even more, like, prevalent over there. Or prevalent, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
And eventually, as you guys get closer, he stops, probably about, like, 200 feet from the islet, and he kind of points and goes, "See what I mean? Over there. Look at the water." I'm assuming you guys all look.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and you almost feel, even though the boat, as Bosith pointed out, is absolutely stunning and does not rock much with the very gentle waves lapping upon it, it almost makes the rocking that the boat has feel extraordinary as you look out, and within like 100 feet of the shore of the islet, you see that the water is completely still. Not a lap, not a ripple, nothing. It is almost as if it's frozen in time.
Well, as interesting as it is, we still need to get over there. I do not believe that simply setting foot on the land will be harmful to us, so if it is possible, I could use Mage Hand to push the boat as we did before through the still waters, get us as close as possible to where we can safely disembark, and then use it again to push him back off, get him back towards home.
About the platform that you can create. Maybe it could lift the boat and push it.
The floating disc can only handle 500 pounds, which is what about the three of us on it without me. I have another option, but it would require me taking apart a piece of this boat.
I don't think you would really appreciate that.
Just a little piece, maybe.
I remember a while ago you calculated like everyone's weight for something. What did we come to? We're about like what, 500 or 600 pounds for everyone?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
So
I'll be honest, I didn't really write it down. It's probably close to like 700.
700. So if we can either reduce the ship to say 300 pounds or take off a part of it to that point, I have a plan to get us there. Perhaps we could ask him if we could remove, like, say, the cabin roof.
Maybe he has an extra sailcloth.
Like this idea. Yes, let's ask him for a sail.
All right.
Pep. Yusoa kind of messages Pep telepathically and says, "You should ask him. You're so charismatic."
We'll say yes if it's coming from you.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, old men talking to old men, you know.
Hey there, old timer. You wouldn't happen to have an extra sail lying about, would you?
Well, might still have the old one lying around from when I replaced it. Give me one sec. And he kind of goes down into the very small cabin. You can hear him rummaging around a bit, and before he kind of comes back, and he has this big bolt of folded fabric. Yep, I got the old sail right here. You can definitely see when you compare them. You know, look at the difference in quality. You know, this new one's so much better. Catches the wind better.
Yes, indeed.
Excellent. Could we perhaps take it? I wish to make it into what you may have heard of, something called a magic carpet.
Oh my god. Magic carpet? What would you need that for? I thought you guys were boat enthusiasts.
We are, but we also would like to examine the island beyond. We're island enthusiasts as well.
Dude,
And what can you say? We're very enthusiastic about a lot of stuff.
oh yeah.
His face kind of goes dark, and he's like, the island? You mean like the Death Island? Like right there that I just told you? Like, whoa, you shouldn't go there? Like, people die there? Like, everything's dead and nothing's alive there? Like that Death Island?
You don't have to worry. Yeah, you
Yes,
don't have to
we've
worry.
never seen one like it.
Yeah,
So
we can handle
fucking
it. Don't
stupid.
worry too much.
So dumb.
Well, it's just I haven't met such enthusiastic boat lovers in such a long time, and now y'all are gonna go get yourself killed?
Oh
we
no!
didn't say
I don't
that.
think I could take the loneliness again.
Oh god.
Maybe we
Shucks,
will
boy,
find
we
another
ain't
boat.
gonna do that.
We'll bring it back to you. Then you can have 2 boats.
I don't need the 2 boats. Just 1 boat and some friends is pretty good.
Oh man.
We shall return, my friend. I promise.
That's what they all said.
Oh god.
Well, I can't
Here.
stop you, but I think it's a mighty foolish thing you're doing.
Understood. Companions, go ahead and lay the sail out upon the deck, and then everyone, I recommend taking a seat upon it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
perhaps
right.
grab a corner. This is my first time, so this might be a little bumpy. All right, so we bid the old man farewell, and once everyone is seated, like got a good hold, I cast telekinesis on the sail, causing it to become stiff and lift up, and I can move 30 feet every 6 seconds. So, and it lasts for 10 minutes. So I fly us like a magic carpet would fly just out of Aladdin over to the island.
Perfect. Yeah, as soon as you get within that 100 feet of the island, you all feel that kind of feeling of dread and nothingness immediately increase in its depth. And it all hits you even harder as you almost become numb from just the sheer weight that suddenly exists in your very being. And yes, the fog here is even deeper and heavier. You can barely see. And you do see amidst the fog the shadows of trees that now stand barren and dead, their wood dry and light. And I will say, I do not think you could get very far into the islet flying just because of the sheer amount of trees.
Yeah, I was just trying to get to the land really more than anything.
All good, you can definitely do that.
Awesome. Well, then let's get to at least somewhat of a clearing and set down safely.
Yeah. You guys are able to kind of get... There's like a area that has no trees, like, let's say like for the first like 200 feet into the islet that you're able to land safely in. And once you all take a step onto the land, I need you all to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh. I got this.
That's a
down.
17.
A 19.
I got a dirty 20.
That must have stepped off the carpet wrong. He got a 6.
Oh
Damn.
god.
Jeez.
Pretty sure that means everyone saves except for Pep. Which
That
means...
sounds about right.
You all feel this jolt and this feeling of just utter life-sucking energy. And all of your maximum hit point totals, except for Pep, decrease by 10. Pep, yours decrease by 20.
Oh, dang.
Oh, man.
Well, we got that cornucopia with us, right?
Yes, we do.
Didn't boost
But
me
you guys
back.
also had your 9 bonus points that we started with.
You're not dealt damage, your maximum hit point total is reduced.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha. So we still have our bonus hit points, but we can't regain. Gotcha.
Okay.
Now I understand.
You all get 10 except for Pep, who gets 20.
Yep. All right.
Mr. twisted his ankle off the magic sail.
A hell of a twist.
Additionally, as you step onto the ground here, you just feel the absolute silence of the place, and it immediately hits you with its eeriness of not even the sound of waves lapping at the shore like you would expect with this, like, literal ocean around you. Not even the sound of wind in the trees or birds or animals scuttering or anything. It is completely still and completely silent. The life has been seeped from the earth itself.
Let's see, perception check. Knowing all of this, sensing everything, is there any movement whatsoever in any direction? Any sounds, like anything that might indicate a direction we should go? That's a 11. Not great.
You find yourself to be completely clueless because you look around just searching for anything, any movement, sound, whatever. And there's just nothing. Your only indicator might be to just try to go further into the islet.
I agree. Is it foggy here or is it clear?
Incredibly foggy. You can
Incredibly
maybe
foggy.
see, like, enough to, like, the next dead tree trunk. And then nothing beyond. Your visibility is incredibly,
Limited.
lessened. Yes, limited. That's the word I'm thinking of. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, companions, I believe we should just move onward. Following the map we got earlier on, I believe we should more or less head south from this point towards the center of the island.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should be cautious. Look around for anything that might help us in our battle.
All right. You all begin to traverse deeper into the islet, and once again are completely met with silence and nothingness. You almost begin to doubt if death is even here, even though you know he must be, based on, the silence and nothingness. But it's just such a lack of presence. Like, like such a lack of anything. You feel like there must be a mistake. There must be, like, something must be off. Everything feels so wrong. You can't seem to justify continuing.
Being a magical inclined person, I'm just going to keep trying to think of ways that I might be able to sense if there's anything around us or a path to follow. So I'm going to try to use Arcana to see if there's anything magical around.
How far does, like, Arcana reach?
It is up to you, actually. I rolled a 28 on that.
Damn. I don't think there is even any magic, like, around.
Okay.
So you continue to sense nothing, which, especially because you felt so sure of your arcanic reach, just puts even, like, further implants the seeds of doubt in your mind.
Well, I'm not a religious individual, but seeing the positive effects that Pep had earlier, I will kind of concentrate in the religious aspects here to see if there is, like, a god of death that I might be able to open my senses up to. For that one is a 18.
How about this? That was like a religion check, right?
Yes, religion, yeah.
Rather than feel the presence or feel kind of a direction for, like, a god or a deity, instead you feel, like, turmoil. Just religious turmoil coming in the direction you're going, and towards from the south. And while you have no fear for your own soul because you are psionic and have had many cerebrations, you almost begin to cry out yourself by just sensing this kind of feeling of trapped and tormented souls stuck in religious purgatory and existential crises.
I feel a great disturbance. It is ahead of us. We are definitely on the correct path, as disheartening as it may feel.
Alright. I assume you all continue deeper and deeper south until eventually you see, like, the trees seem to open up a bit. And you see, like, kind of, you can make out in the fog, the shadow of taller, deeper structures.
Excellent. Finally, something.
Is it like
And-
multiple buildings?
Yes. You can make out kind of distinct different buildings in the fog. Kind of more humble. They seem to be small, almost like village-like structures. But additionally, as you can make out these buildings in the fog, you hear ever so slightly the shuffle of footsteps.
Yusoa says, "Who goes there? Who's shuffling around in the fog?"
You, upon calling out, you see from, like, in between two of these, like, buildings in the fog, you see the shadow of a figure, like a humanoid figure, kind of emerge, or at least get close enough where you're able to make it out from the fog. And then behind it, another, and another, and dozens more. And eventually, the one that, like, became noticeable first comes close enough that you're able to see its flesh that falls apart off of its body, its eyes set on you all, and its clothes falling off of its form as it has evidently lost weight since living a life of complete undead. And you can only surmise these to be villagers that once lived here, but now are forced into this forever life of limbo. And this large swarm of zombies approach you all.
Well, companions, we have some options here. Do we attempt to just take them out, or do you wish to do something else? I have an idea.
I guess that all depends on what your idea is.
Well, basically to do a massive amount of damage to them.
Well,
Let me try to talk to them.
sure.
They might recognize you as one of them. This is true.
Brethren, my undead friends, I am like you. What is it you want from us?
You get no sort of response or even semblance of cognition from any of these figures as they continue to shamble towards you. And you can only assume that they have been given direct orders and have been given no agency other than that.
So this area that we're in, with all of them in it, would you say most of them, if not all of them, are within, say, like the farthest apart of all of them is maybe 60 feet?
Yeah, there might be a few stragglers that are still coming from a little further than that, but they're definitely a swarm, like a horde of zombies.
Yusoa, please take a step back. So I ask her to step away, and as soon as she does, I basically do like almost like Pep's prayer, preparing myself, and I wield the power of Shantae and touch the earth, and within a 60-foot cube, all of them that are within 10 feet of any tree have to make a dexterity saving throw or take 46 slashing damage. All of the ground beneath their feet becomes difficult terrain. The roots and the vines begin to restrain their feet, and any of them that are there have to make strength checks to overcome. And the check is a DC of 19. And one of them takes a flying boulder to the face for 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Yes, this definitely has a great effect. What is... That's that one spell. Give me one sec. I thought you could only do one of those effects at a time.
It says you choose a point within range, and the spirits cause trees, rocks, and grasses in a 60-foot cube centered on that point to become animated.
Oh, damn, it does
And
do all of them, huh?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Alright, yeah, that totally works. You were able to do some good damage to this horde, as well as restrain most of them. But the ones that are still left standing from the damage being done continue to try and shamble and, like, reach their hands out graspingly towards you as best as they can as they're met with this force of nature. But they've definitely been greatly hindered, and they are not making any more further progress towards you for the time being.
Well, I'd say that's my turn, so go ahead, guys.
Okay.
Okay, what do you expect us to do after you do all of that? Holy.
Well, I mean, there's still a bunch out there. You could start hitting them.
Oh yeah, have the warlock hit him.
Maybe some kind of fire would scare them away.
That's true. I do have, do I still have Scorching Ray? I do have Scorching. Or I have, wait, no, I don't. Well, yes, I do. I have, Pact of the Tome today, so I have Firebolt.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Alright, you want me to sling some Firebolt at them?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. That's a 16 to hit.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna hit some of them.
Yeah, there's plenty
Alright.
that are at disadvantage just from being restrained by the roots and the vines.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That'll be a 23 fire damage.
Alright, I'm gonna say you take out, like, a couple of them. Or at least, catch a couple of them on fire, as they're restrained by the roots and grass.
Alright, anybody else want to take a turn?
Oh, it didn't work like I thought.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, it's Firebolt.
I'll go next. I'm gonna throw my psychic blades at them. Let's see. I think I'm wearing my crown of advantage though. Where is that one? Yeah, my vine skull. Okay. So anyways, my first blade. The 19 to hit.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Maybe 15 psychic damage.
Alright.
And the other one is 14 psychic damage.
Okie dokie. you choose to do anything? Or, Uso, is there anything else you can do in your turn?
That's all.
Alright. Throw a couple daggers into the crowd. Pep,
Yep.
Pep
anything
raises
to do these
his.
undead souls of the damned?
Well, we don't know if they're friendly or not yet. So Pep raises his
my
ladle
God.
and says, "Unless you want to get blasted, stop right now. Otherwise, we keep shooting."
So already tried this.
Oh,
Yeah.
now they know we mean business.
Oh my god.
They continue to writhe and try to break free and move in your direction. Their eyes,
Oh my
like,
God, that worked
constantly
so
fixed
well.
on you.
Oh, dang, nabbit. Of course they gotta do that. Pep just runs his hand along the ladle and is has to be done. And you hear the little
Oh my
as
god.
as he blasts, and it's actually a nat 20, a force bolt into the nearest one,
Damn.
which
Yeah.
hits for it's a 12 force damage. It knocks it back 10 feet.
Nice.
All right. Runs your hand again. And that's just a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say unless you, like, really, really suck on your roll, you're gonna hit them.
Yeah. And so the next one, that next closest, gets hit for 9 force damage and blasted back 10 feet.
Alright, I mean, as best as they can if they're restrained by the roots.
Well, I mean,
Their whole body will
try to
just
give force
flop the
back.
opposite direction. Their feet still
Yeah.
fixed to the ground.
yeah, the feet keep trying to struggle, but then the torso gets ripped off.
Oh gosh.
Very nice.
Alright.
I think that's it for Pep, right?
Yeah.
All right. Given
Actually,
what
no,
it is,
just for fun, he says, "Get him, Usoa," and gives Usoa bardic inspiration.
Alright.
Awesome.
since they're moving slowly near us, even though a bunch of them are down, or kind of stuck. All right. Is there, I don't know, 3 of them relatively near each other?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, it's time to dance. And I shimmer and run towards them, stabbing the first one for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And that does 10 piercing damage. Or is that piercing? Yeah, whatever, slashing, I think. It's the rapier, whatever that does. I don't have... Oh, piercing damage. I'm aiming for, like, let's say skulls right between the eyes.
Nice, yeah. I'll just
okay.
give that to you. Once again, they're pretty much sitting ducks. I'm treating this like a zombie shooter game where the focus is more so just, shooting the sheer quantity of them rather than the quality of each individual.
All right, perfect. Well, then the next one I hit for... that is a 16 to hit, causing 11 piercing and 7 fire damage, and the fire that goes rippling down him climbs back up me, or bounces out of him and hits the next guy over, and causes 16 fire damage to him.
And nice.
And then if there's any other guys close by, I'll use some movement to move away. Otherwise, if there's no one immediately right there, I'll just chill, until the next attack round.
Alright. Sounds good. Let me try to, just kind of keep track of the order. Once again, I at this point, they're pretty incapacitated. I'm going to say you guys pretty much just have free range.
Yeah, I figure we're just kind of picking them off at this point.
Yes, but there is a sheer amount of them.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're mostly, because that's, I believe, what I cast lasts 10 rounds. So we have 10 rounds of a 60-foot cube of them coming towards us through difficult terrain, working half speed. And the roots and vines at the end of each of my turn try to grab more of them. And they have to remake strength saving throws to try to escape.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say any of them are gonna find it pretty hard to break free of those defenses and get to you.
Excellent. So, yeah, we'll just keep basically knocking them down one after the next.
Yeah. I'll probably just hand wave it. It's like a really good zombie movie action sequence where you all are just completely blasting these zombies.
Awesome.
All right.
And eventually, yeah, I'll just say, you kind of look for your next target, and you find that all the bodies in the area seem to lie dead or deader, and the stillness returns.
Hopefully
And-
there aren't
yeah,
too
go
many
ahead.
more like that.
Yes, that was quite the experience.
And I'm assuming you guys choose to, I guess, move in the direction the zombies were coming from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys kind of make your way through what used to be this village of the people of the islet. And as you work your way further south, you see a very distinguishable shadow. Just a complete, like a huge, large, tall, new structure ahead of you. And you just, it seems to be some sort of castle or fortress that has been constructed from bricks that are so black they don't even seem to reflect light. Just seems to be a complete pit of darkness. And you see that before this fortress, a rather large undead creature sits hunched over. And as you approach, he kind of straightens up and glares at all of you, axe in hand, ready to defend the fortress and prevent you from meeting death. Consequently, by causing your death. And I think it is here, before the Fortress of Death, where we'll fade to black and pick up here next time.
All right.
Excellent.
Very good session, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
I found it really funny how you guys grew conscious and decided to not steal Bosif's boat.
Pep wouldn't have
Listen,
felt good
the character
about it.
may not give a fuck, but I do.
You guys just like all collectively were like, well, I don't really want to steal it from him. He's just so happy.
It's like
I love
pitiful
how-
at this point, you know? Like I don't want to.
Yeah. We were also able to maintain the illusion that we're boat enthusiasts like the entire time, so
Yeah.
we also didn't really have to break his heart.
He never doubted you guys.
Yeah.
Aw, he should have.
He should have, no.
Guys,
Very
I
good,
gotta get
very
some food in me.
inventive and creative.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.